Hey guys, it is Greg again here with a crypto update. I'm doing this update a little bit more newsworthy, but we're also going to pay attention to the charts because the chart's going to tell more the real story, what's going on, in my opinion. But all this Solana out again, the Solana news, and we have this CNBC crypto world. CNBC has their own section of cryptocurrency now, so that's actually, in my opinion, that's a positive way of looking at it. It's all going to depend on how you want to look at things and if you pay attention to the media. So I just wanted to show you guys something to show you both sides of the story. Because if you're just an outsider looking in, it says here, Solana suffered its second outage in a month, setting the price plunging. I guess they could say that. But let's say, it's this software. It basically, blockchain is software, and it going out is just, it's not a surprise to me. You could spin that as positive or as a negative. Look, at the end of the day, and I used an example like having a, if you ever ran a very high traffic website, you have issues with it, you have to shut it down. It actually sometimes closes down. If you're not putting a lot of time and effort into it. Not a website like CNBC, they have a lot of money to be able to keep that thing up and running and stuff. And Solana is still, they're still trying to figure things out. It's new technology for them. And as far as I know, it's still in beta phase. But let's look at the other side. Let's go take a look at the chart. Look at that. Solana's price went plunging. Let's take a look at the whole big picture, guys. Look at this. So Solana's price went from, let's say, 48 to right there. It went down 19%. Tell me, is that unusual in the cryptocurrency market? I don't think so, guys. Let's look at the overall big picture from the top of that wave 5 right there. Let's see where Solana went down to. That is 83, almost 84%. Now that is a plunge. That I could say lets you, now Solana from September 21, now it's done a plunge. And that's from the top of wave 5. Let's see what it did from this top of this wave up here, guys. Let's take a look. Let's see. Look at that, 86%. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not worried about that news out there in the media. I'm not. I'm still long-term bullish on Solana, and I kind of hope that that bad news keeps coming up, because then that means I'll be able to get Solana for $19. That's what I'm hoping for. Keep on posting that information and let these people sell and push it down there, right here where my cursor is, and then people that are me and are following this channel, then we get a good deal on Solana, and then we got to go for the next wave run. Now look at the overall big picture of its structure too. Is Solana doing anything out of the ordinary with this massive wave run that it did to do a correction here? It's not, guys. It's not. It's actually, overall, if you think about this correction that Solana is doing right now from the bottom of this wave, I put a fib target on there. Solana still has a shallow correction technically, guys. It's a bullish coin. If you look at it from what it's done and where it is correcting right now, Solana is still a bullish coin. It's not a deep correction. Now, if Solana was down here at $1.60, I'd be like, oh, wow, man. It's like it doesn't have much space down there, but there's plenty of more room for this to retrace. And the Solana coin, the coins, they do like to see this fourth wave area. These coins, cryptocurrency coins, like to come to this area, guys, on these corrections like that. So don't be surprised if it's in there. That's why I have this grayed out area right here. Has a lot of support. It was a fourth wave correction. Look at that, a long correction from here. And it just went up, down, and it went from May of 21 to, July. It was a 2-month deal, a short fourth wave. But more than likely, just in my opinion, that's where likely Solana is going to go. So maybe there's going to be some more bad news with it to do that. So I was looking overall at the markets too. You're getting like, Fed reports sees slighter modest economic growth as inflation surges. So, it's like a conflicting messages that they're trying to say there. I think a lot of what's going on, guys, is a lot of posturing. and I think most people that are following this channel realize that there's some posturing going on, you know, sending messages to make sure that those that are out there in the world, that they're happy, and you know, the government and the Fed are doing something about the problems and stuff like that. Look, at the end of the day, the Fed does not care about inflation. Inflation is part of the design of the system that we're in with the dollar. Inflation is the hidden tax. Now, they don't want it to get out of control and where it becomes a problem and you need to take a barrel of dollars to go buy a loaf of bread. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen, in my opinion, anytime soon. I've showed charts in this earlier videos that that's not happening probably for at least another 100 years or so, but it's not. I don't think it's happening now, guys. Not with the United States economy. There's a lot of other economies out there that are a lot worse off than we are. And then, you know, the negative, look at that cryptocurrency collapse. This is an opinion in the Washington Post talking about Luna and UST. So we got negative news there. Okay. And then, oh, here's positive. Chipotle will now accept cryptocurrency in US stores. So, okay. So you go over there, I can read the negative, and then, you know, if I'm reading one side of the media, then all the information that I'm feeding myself is negative, and it's going into a recession. And, you know, I might as well go crawl in my rock, man, and just hide under there until everything's okay again. And then I can maybe gather up some gold and go buy some whole bunch of water and store my food up. And then when everything's okay, I come out from back under my rock and go, wow, guys, we're back. We're back. Like, come on, man, this is just crazy. So, Chipotle would not accept. So there's positive news. There's positive news there, you know. I think this is a good sign. You know, Chipotle doesn't like go, you know, think about it like this. Chipotle doesn't go, you know what, guys, we're just going to start accepting cryptocurrency today. You know, this is a big, big company. I'm sure that they researched it pretty thoroughly to understand, maybe cryptocurrency is the future, especially the type of people that eat at Chipotle. You know, this is tailoring to more of the millennial crowd and the younger generation. I like Chipotle. I think it's as far as fast food, I think it's one of the better restaurants in my opinion. But you know, that's the tailor. So they probably understand something. You know, trying to stay maybe a little bit ahead of the curve than the other companies. So I was just letting you guys know that there's two sides to every story. And, you know, looking at this news piece here, too, you know, Yellen admits she was wrong about inflation in 2021. You know, now she's going back. Oh, I was wrong about that. I mean, look, the Fed is able to forecast out what is really going to be probably going on. And they probably understand what's going to be going on in 2023, 2024. They have, what do you call those? I call them bean counters, but it's actuaries. You know, they have actuaries. They try to forecast, okay, what's going to be going on in the future. Insurance companies use them to try to save them money. I mean, they run numbers. They have this too. And she knew what was going on. She's just, this is all for the media. She knew what was going on. They don't care about inflation, guys. You know, they're just trying to put everything out there. Oh, care about the people. Let me ask you guys a question. Has any of these people sent you a postcard? I don't think so. And then his remedy seek deflect inflation blame, you know, just more, you know, depending on how you want to look at this. This is interesting because I just, you know, right now it's like you can go down and look at the people's opinion from the outside looking in. And this is what you have. You have people that we're going into a recession, and this is it, guys. I mean, literally, when I'm looking at chats and I'm going to other areas, this is what I see. You have people that think that this is it. It's done. We are going into a recession. It's going to be a 5 to 10 year recession, and that's it. And we might recover out of it for 10 years. And then you have the other side that says, hey, wait a second. Maybe this is not quite right. But let's think of this reasonably. What do you think in the past? What has the government and the Fed have done in the past? What have they done in the past? If you go up into the past, beyond the 70s, the 1970s in the United States, what has been their behavior? Think about it. They haven't done anything but to pump markets and economies to put more money into the economies. That's all that they know how to do, and that's what other governments around the world are doing too right now. They're not. Oh, let's go. Do you think about it like this? What's the worst one of the one you think that they want to do? You think they want to go, okay, look, we're going to curb this, take care of this inflation, and we're going to send the economy into a 10 or 15-year recession? Or are we going to like maybe play a little bit of a game here and, you know, make people think this is inflation, which there is an inflation problem, and then, you know, sometime in the future in the news they go, oh guys, inflation is not so bad, you know, and they manipulate the numbers. I mean, all the data is in there is manipulated, and they manipulate the numbers and say, hey, good guys, inflation is not so bad, and then boom, it takes off again, or it's business as usual. You know, that's a real possibility. You could think about that if you look at it reasonably, because the governments in the past, in the United States government and other governments in the past, they haven't done anything. They haven't really gone, oh, let's just go ahead and throw it into a recession. Okay. And then let's just go into a 10 or 15, 20-year, multi-year bear market and do that. Do you think that they really want to do that? You think about it, guys. You really think they want to do that? My opinion is I don't think that they do. Their past behavior tells otherwise, that they don't want to do that. I just don't see it. Now, go back into the charts and taking a look at the charts. I don't see anything unusual. I wanted to go over this and explain this to some people. This fourth wave here that Bitcoin is in. I have another area here. This is from an Elliott Wave Forecast website. It's talking about the behavior of a wave 4 right here. And this is this section of the wave 4 in Elliott Waves, those that follow Elliott Waves. And here's what it says right here. I'm going to highlight this section, guys. Prices may meander sideways for an extended period. Wave 4 typically retraces less than 38.2% of wave 3. Okay, let's go to the Bitcoin chart. Let's retrace this wave to there. Look at it, it's at the 24%. It's not even near the 38% yet, guys. Is it doing anything unusual according to this? Nope. Volume is well below that of wave 3. Of course. I mean, I think that's obvious. You know, you can see here's the volume of wave 3 and here's the lower volume of wave 4. Even though this went up, you see that went up there, that's telling you it's corrective wave up. That's how you identify that usually. One of the ways you can identify that. Here's the rest of it. This is a good place to buy a pullback if you understand the potential of ahead for wave 5. You see this? This is a good place to buy a pullback if you understand the potential ahead for a wave 5. What's going to happen with all the media and all the negative sentiment that's out there in the air? A lot of people are going to miss that, guys. A lot of people are going to be caught off guard. They're going to miss that. Still, fourth waves are often frustrating because of their lack of progress in the larger trend. So, is that going on? Often frustrating because go to Twitter, go to crypto Twitter, and they have a lot of that frustration. And this, the lack of progress in the larger trend, guys. So I just wanted to make you guys aware of that. I want to take a look at some, so this activity of what Bitcoin is doing, guys, as far as Elliott Wave is concerned, and the movement and the type of behavior that it's doing in the price action of the chart, this is not unusual. This is not unusual, guys. There's nothing unusual going on with Bitcoin, okay? It's a fourth wave. It's going to take a lot of time to get through that. So I just say, hey, just be patient and be ready. If you're following this channel, you already know you should be stacking cash, USDC, and just getting ready. And the ones that are following some information out there that are just really believing that, this is what they believe, that this is just going to keep going down here, 11,000, 8,000, 12,000. I will tell you this is what I'm going to be doing. When Bitcoin is in this area, this 23 to 22 to 21, I'm going to be buying Bitcoin, but I'll have, a stop set up in an area of probably around, 19 or 20,000 or something like that. I'll be buying Bitcoin in this area, DCAing in this area. That's me. but I'll have a stop there, because if it breaks through, breaches through everything, then it could go down, and that there is a possibility. You know, this isn't 100%. I do realize that. You have to realize that, but you also have to realize too that, hey, this could come down, finish a correction, and then, you know, it's out of here. That could happen too. Nobody knows. I don't know, but there's that probability that that is going to happen based on the structure of what's going on and the behavior. It's not doing anything unusual. Wave 1, this is a wave 2 behavior. That's wave 3 behavior. This is wave 4 behavior. If you study this chart, that is true. That is factual. I don't care what the media says at this point. So let's look at another asset. I was looking at PolkdaDot. People are like, you know, they didn't say anything about PolkdaDot. Solana, oh, it's no good type mentality. What's happening to Solana? Go look at YouTube channel. Go look at the YouTube channel. What's happening to Solana? Well, let's take a look at PolkdaDot. Nothing in the media about PolkdaDot. Let's see what PolkdaDot's done. Remember, Solana's been down 84%. Let's go to the top of its wave 5 and check out PolkdaDot. See, how far down has PolkdaDot gone? 85%, just as much as Solana. Oh, look at that. So where do you want to be buying PolkdaDot, guys? Right? Think about it. If you go back to the YouTube videos, if you go back to, let's say, August, September, October of 2021, what was the YouTube video saying? Oh, man, look at PolkdaDot, man. It is so good. It is so great, man. People out of here, boom, it went up. And yeah, it did pump up a little bit, but now look at it. This is where you want to be buying PolkdaDot, is in this area, not over here, not over here. This is the area by PolkdaDot. And if you understand the whole big picture of the coming wave 3, because this is PolkdaDot's count, guys. You know, 1, 2, 1. It's second wave here, massive second wave, and it's going into a third wave. You know, my initial target up there is probably about 60, 70, 80 bucks, somewhere in there. And you're picking it up for $6.50, maybe even lower. This is the area you want to be paying attention to. You know, keep your mindset right, keep your frame right when it comes to this stuff, and don't let the media in there influence. If you do pay attention to the mainstream media, be sure that you can read between the lines and try to get an idea and put the whole picture together. And it helps with the charts too, in my opinion, to keep you grounded. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.